In this video, I want to talk about what causes aging in humans. This video is supposed to be relatively short and it is summarizing my ideas, and so it gives to some extent a hint what we have to do to extend our life and to rejuvenate and to reverse aging. Okay. Every person in the world sooner or later gets a problem of aging and senile degeneration of his or her body. My opinion is that aging of the body is due to five main reasons. Firstly, there is an increase in the stiffness of the extracellular matrix due to destruction of elastin fibers and cross-linking of collagen fibers by sugars and oxidized fatty acids. It is mostly polyunsaturated fatty acids. This change in the extracellular matrix stiffness is manifested in blood hypertension, reduction in vital lung capacity, nocturia, a loss of elasticity in muscles and skin, chronic hypoxia of tissues, as well as development of tissue fibrosis. Fibrosis is a characteristic of the aging of many organs such as heart, liver, kidney, and lungs. Aging is accompanied by the stiffening of blood vessels and reduction in the oxygen delivered to all organs and tissues, which leads to the development of chronic hypoxia. Therefore, energy metabolism in cells is shifting from oxidative phosphorylation in the mitochondria to aerobic glycolysis in the cytoplasm. This reduces the efficiency and total energy generation in the form of ATP molecules in many tissues such as liver, skeletal muscles, and brain. Energy-dependent physical activity and other cellular functions decrease due to the unmatched energy demand and supply, and in return, a decrease in physical activity in older age accelerates this metabolic shift, forming a vicious cycle. So it is all getting catastrophic. Secondly, there is an explosive increase in the number of so-called senescence or zombie cells, which stop dividing and perform their vital functions, but increase in size and become hyperactive in the production of pro-inflammatory signal molecules, so-called SASP signal, senescent associated secretive phenotype. Strictly speaking, healthy cells spontaneously enter the zombie state if the local extracellular matrix stiffness exceeds a certain threshold. This transition is a part of the mechanism of rapid healing of wounds in a young body, but in older age the stiffness of the extracellular matrix increases in all tissues, which leads to chronic tissue inflammation, explosive multiplication of zombie cells in their numbers and activity, and eventually to death. Thirdly, it is mitochondrial dysfunction both in the zombie cells and healthy cells. The number of mitochondria increases in zombie cells to provide energy for the production of signal proteins SASP. However, these mitochondria are less functional than those found in the healthy cells. They have a lower fatty acid oxidation efficiency. Instead, glucose is primary source of energy in the hyperactive zombie cells. An increased rate of glycolysis even in the presence of oxygen, this is called Warburg effect, is one of the hallmarks of hyperactive zombie and cancer cells, as well as cells infected by viruses. Mitochondrial dysfunction increases the production of reactive oxygen species, especially hydrogen peroxide, by the mitochondria. Fourthly, this is accumulation of various junk and debris both in the extracellular matrix and inside long-living cells of the body. Lipofuscin is a name given to fine yellow-brown pigment granules composed of lipid-containing residues of liposomal digestion in long-living cells. Lipofuscin appears to be a product of the oxidation of unsaturated fatty acids, polyunsaturated fatty acids, and proteins. Aside from a large lipid content, lipofuscin is known to contain sugars and metals. Accumulation of lipofuscin happens because lysosomes don't have the proper enzymes to break lipofuscin down into nutrients. In time, the lysosomes of long-living cells and macrophages get bloated from lipofuscin, become unable to work properly, and eventually die out. The cells die out. The accumulation of extracellular junk refers to the substances that do not have any function, not even a biophysical one. Most of this junk is termed amyloid of one variety or another. The accumulation of calcium oxalate crystals in the extracellular matrix is known as oxalosis. When oxalates enter the cells, they damage the mitochondria in such a way that production of reactive oxygen species increases, while the production of energy molecules ATP decreases. Calcium oxalate accumulates over time in all tissues of the body, even in the brain and nerves. It significantly worsens the quality of life and self-esteem of elders. In particular, in the elderly, heartburn, muscle pain, spontaneous urination and defecation may occur, not to mention kidney stones, gout, migraine, dementia, etc. Fifthly, it is degeneration of our immune system. The immune system is closely integrated with the regular procedures of tissue maintenance and operation. It protects against invasive pathogens and eliminates abnormal cells. In the elastic extracellular matrix, immune and stem cells can migrate, destroy zombie cells, and repair tissues. In the stiff extracellular matrix, the migration of immune and stem cells is compromised, so it can no longer cope with the timely destruction of the abnormal cells. Therefore, the number of zombie cells is rising uncontrollably. It forms a vicious cycle of chronic inflammation and further stiffening of extracellular matrix. Also, inflammation of the immune system itself develops. The immune cells stop performing the variety of duties required to maintain a tissue's functionality when they are inflammatory in elders. I am very skeptical about other hallmarks of aging like epigenetic changes and damage to the DNA, as well as shortening of the DNA telomeres. Organ-like cells colonies make up the human body. Some cells, like neurons and stem cells, live a very long time. Others, such as fully developed stomach epithelium cells and skin epithelium cells, have a short lifespan. Old human cells may be revived by the Yamanaka factors and become pluripotent stem cells. Certain organs may be repaired locally if this technique is applied by Yamanaka factors, but I don't think it can significantly increase human longevity, much like stem cell therapy. The same doesn't work. Indeed, if the immune system task of removing abnormal cells cannot be successfully accomplished, then administering stem cells or creating them locally will not help. So again, it is my personal opinion. What I do, it's based on my personal opinion. Of course, I am not a medical professional, so it's advised to discuss the content of this video with a professional physician and only act upon the advice of the professional medical experts. Personally, I don't do it because I never get sick, absolutely never. I stay healthy with my methods of in supplements. So, but it is up to you again. It is not my responsibility to give you any medical advice. And thank you for your time to watch the video. Please comment, subscribe, like, ask questions, and share information. Have a wonderful day.